Oh, hello there. Good evening. It is day 119 of reading the Bible in a year. I know, 119 days. Wow. Yes, I'm a little bit behind in my readings. That's because I've been busy. But I've still got time to catch up though. So that's good. Anyway, I have been busy with work and also tidying up my flat a bit. As you can see, my table isn't as cluttered as it was before. Stuff on the sofa there is going to be ironed this week. I've already done a good amount of ironing on the chair of there. So, I will start reading because I need to. Proverbs chapter 24 and 25. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them. For their heart devises violence, and their lips talk of troublemaking. Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong. Yes, a man of knowledge increases strength. For by wise counsel you will wage your own war, and in a multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too lofty for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who plots to do evil will be called a schemer, and devising of foolishness is sin. And the scoffer is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Deliver those who are drawn toward death, and hold back those stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, surely we did not know this, does not he who weighs the heart consider it? He who keeps your soul, does he not know it? And will he not render to each man according to his deeds? My son, eat honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to your taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul. If you have found it, then there is a prospect, and your hope will not be cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not plunder his resting place, for a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity. Makes me think of the action films where the sword just do one swipe for each person, one stab, and all their enemies just die with that one swipe or stab. It could happen in real life, but yeah. Anyway. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there will be no prospect for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king. Do not associate with those given to change, for their calamity will rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin those two can bring. Further sayings of the wise. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to show partiality in judgment. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, him the people will curse. Nations will abhor him. But those who rebuke the wicked shall have delight, and a good blessing will come upon them. He who gives a right answer kisses the lips. Prepare your outside work, make it fit for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house. Do not be a witness against your neighbour without cause. For you would deceive would you deceive with your lips? Do not say, I do to him just as he has done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. And there it was, all overgrown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles. Its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I looked on it and received instruction. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. So shall your poverty come like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. Now I'm just going to check on the thing that I have in the oven, because it says 15 to 20 minutes and it's been 10 minutes so far. But I can't really tell what my oven is doing properly that much. So I'll pause and see you in a minute. Yes, I've made some flapjacks. I call them flatjacks, as in flat paper flatjacks, like you've gone over a jack with a steamroller. I don't condone that. Yeah. Anyway, they're very nice. Anyway, let's keep reading. Chapter 25. Further wise sayings of Solomon. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah king of Judah copied. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. As the heavens for height, and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from silver, and it will go to the silversmith for jewellery. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself in the presence of a king, and do not stand in the place of the great, for it is better that he say to you, Come up here, than you should be put lower in the presence of the prince, whom your eyes have seen. Do not go hastily to court, for what will you do in the end, when your neighbour has put you to shame? Debate your case with your neighbour, and do not disclose the secret to another, lest he hears it expose your shame, and your reputation be ruined. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. Like an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, it is a wise rebuker to an obedient ear. Like the cold of snow in time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. Whoever falsely boasts of giving is like clouds of wind without rain. By long forbearance a ruler is persuaded, and a gentle tongue breaks a bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be filled with it and vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbour's house, lest he become weary of you and hate you. A man who bears false witness against his neighbour is like a club, a sword, and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. I know what a foot out of joint feels like. It's not nice. Like one who takes away a garment in cold weather is like a vinegar on soda, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. You know the experiment that we did in science, going through school, where you've got baking soda and you add vinegar to it and it goes like the volcanoes in school science projects. Those are fun. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For so you will heap coals of fire on his head, and the Lord will reward you. I don't understand that last bit. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue an angry countenance. It is better to dwell in a corner of housetop than a house shared with contentious women. As cold water is to a weary soul, so is good news from a far country. A righteous man who falters before the wicked is like a murky spring and a polluted well. It is not good to eat much honey. So to seek one's own glory is not glory. Whoever has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. Right. Yeah. That was informative. I probably need to read it all again. Yeah. So I will say see you in the next reading, because I've got 2 more to do tonight.